deport all these people into the United States, make them citizens, and they're going to be supporters of the Democratic Party, and we're going to reign forever, like 1,000 years, because these are all our voters.
Yeah.
And they get here, and they find out that actually, but I have to say, like, there's a great article in New York Magazine, which is words that pass my lips very, very rarely, where this writer, who actually wrote a very critical profile of me like 5 years ago. So who is it? His name is Simon. I just talked to him today about this article. It's a great article. I'm embarrassed. I don't know his name, but I can't remember his last name. It's hyphenated, so it's just a little complicated. But anyway, I really recommend this article. What he did was he purposely went to Black, Latino, Asian neighborhoods where there was a lot of Trump votes, and he just walked around the street and talked to as many people as he could who voted for Trump about why. And what I think people don't understand is that the Latino and Black NGO presidents who get put on TV, who are supposedly there to push, have less in common with the people on whose behalf they're speaking than like the white host of these shows.
Way less.
And so you go there,
certainly less than me. I mean, I have like attitudes that are pretty popular in those communities.
Right, exactly. But still, like, you know, a lot of them are just like, far from being like, you know, deceived by disinformation. They're like, there's the Democratic Party that supported NAFTA. Like, we're having trouble paying for our healthcare or food for our kids, and they're sending billions of dollars to Ukraine and to Israel, to all these other countries. They're just talking about the struggles that they have in their lives and the way in which the government doesn't care. There's some social issue stuff too, but once you get to the United States, you become a citizen. You integrate pretty quickly, and the thing you don't sit around thinking about trans people or whatever, gay marriage, or these are ancillary issues. Even if they don't agree with the Democratic Party on, that might contribute to the alienation. The fact that, you know, that's why that Kamala ad was effective, not because people are sitting around thinking about whether trans people should get government-funded sex reassignment surgeries in prison, but because it was like a proxy for explaining that these people have nothing in common with your lives. They don't care about you. They don't care about your values. Had they felt economically satisfied, I don't think that would have resonated, because that's not what people care about. But most of them are just worried about the same thing everybody else is worried about. And they finally got to the point where they
have less power, so they're even more worried.
Exactly. They're the people who get most affected, especially by immigration.
Totally.
I mean, the people who lose their jobs with immigration often are non-white people, black working class, Latino working class, and they feel resentful about everything that's being done for, you know, there was a lot of, they're giving free housing and free meals to illegal immigrants while I can't feed my family. I really recommend the article. It's like not done with caricature. It's not like just making a few comments. It's a very long article, and it just lets these people speak for themselves in a very revealing way.
What's just so funny is you live in Brazil, which is another continent. You've been there a while. How long?
20 years.
20 years. But I bet if I had called you the week before the election, which I should have done, like, I'm busy, but if I said, like, what do you think Black and Latino people, men, married people in New York City, around the country, what do you think they think politically? I bet you would have been, I know you would have figured this out.
Yeah, I was talking about this.
But you don't even live here.
I know, but I lived here like for the first 38 years of my life. It's the only country of which I've ever been a citizen. I'm here all the time. But I do think that...
But how do you know that they don't? That's the point.
I think that distance gives you a perspective. Like, the fact that my friends are not media and political people in New York and Washington, that I'm not hooked into their worldview, that I'm not subsumed with it, that I'm not dependent upon it in any way, gives me, I think, a broader perspective. Like, if you live in Northern Virginia and you like spend all your time in Washington in green rooms or New York, you're going to be so distorted in the things that you think about the world. But also, I think you have to go out of your way to okay, I don't want to be told what people think by other people who are reporting to me. I want to hear from them directly. I want to look at the polling data. I want to understand what they're thinking. And you can just see it. You can hear it. You can feel it. You can observe it analytically in that data. But I remember people on CNN saying, you know, I think it was Van Jones, or no, it was Bakari Sellers. I don't care what the polls say. I can